Bacterial transformation. The second type of gene transfer, horizontal gene transfer, is transformation. So in this case, the bacterial transformation is a type of indirect gene transfer. But for this indirect gene transfer to completely process, naked DNA need to be present in the environment. That is only possible if the donor is dead. Okay. So after the death of the donor, the DNA fragments are transferred to the environment, and these fragments can be accepted by the recipients surrounding that same environment. So here you can see, for example, this is a recipient bacteria, potential recipient bacteria, and the fragments of donor DNA is circulating the recipient bacteria in the environment. You see the different structures are present. So this recipient may take any single fragment of the DNA. Multiple fragments can also be uptaken. But some of them can recombine, some of them may not. In this case, only A and B, small a and B recombined. Rest of them fail to recombine, so they are degraded. And small a and B recombined. So now in the recipient cell, everything is there, C, D, E, F, G, H, all are in capital. A small a and B, which is a fragment recombined there in small letters represented. Okay. So the bacterial transformation showed that DNA is the genetic material in this particular example. Particularly, there are experiments earlier performed because transformation was the experiment that proved that the DNA was the genetic material in case of bacteria. Okay, that's why they think they uptake DNA first, not any other in any other form. Now, in this process of gene transfer, the cell will only uptake, the recipient cell will only uptake this naked DNA because the DNA is in contact with the specific receptor on the surface, and the DNA is normally double-stranded. So DNA is now separate, the strands are separated, and single-stranded DNA is transported into inside the recipient cytosol. And the single-strand DNA is taken as a template to make a double-stranded DNA. Then recombination is tried, and the recombination may succeed or fail. If it failed, degradation of the DNA succeeded, then that part of the gene is present now in the recipient chromosome. And now it can easily donate it to the neighboring and the daughter cells, okay? Because normal process of gene transfer will be done. This type of gene transfer is vertical gene transfer, right? Which is bacterial fission. That's how the process goes like. Now, in this case of bacterial transformation also, we can utilize the idea of co-transferring together. Imagine one thing. In this particular example only, you see that G and H are placed together close, B and C placed together close. So, if B is recombined to the recipient, there's a high probability that C will also be recombined with it. But if B is recombined, there is no chance to tell that G or H will recombine with the same possibility because G and H is present in separate fragments, right? So what we can say, B and C here working as a co-transformant, and G and H as a co-transformant, C and D as a co-transformant, right? So what we can say, if you see that the genes located close together are often transferred as a unit recipient cell. That is known as the co-transformation. For example, in this case, this is the donor DNA, contains A plus, B plus, C plus. 3 different color code is listed here. Blue, orange and green respectively. What we can say, A can transfer individually, fine. A and B can transfer together. B can transfer individually. B and C can transfer together. C can transfer individually. These are all possibilities, right? These are the maximum possibility of transfer. And now if the transfer is done to a recipient cell, which is A minus, B minus, C minus. The recipient is A minus, B minus, C minus. So now what we will say, what we will check in the recipient? Incorporation of A plus, B plus or C plus. What we will find? That yes, the recipient with only A plus probability, the recipient with A plus B plus is probability, the recipient with A plus C plus is probability. Which will be least? This one will be least, right? Because if A plus and B plus, A plus and C plus should be present, the B plus is also present. That means the whole part of the DNA need to be transferred together as a unit, right? But the chance of AB together or BC together is more than AC, right? And the chance of A only, B only, or C only even more than BC and AB, right? So these are the probabilities that we can expect from this experiment. So we call them co-transformation efficiency, co-transformation frequencies. Okay. So this is the genotype of transformants, and what we find out in this case, none of them get recombined, none A, B, C, nothing. Okay. This is only with A, this is with A and B, this is with B only, this is with B and C, this is with C only. So the one without anything, no recombinant, no transformation. Then A plus transformation, this is AB, this is B only, BC co-transformants, C transformation. Based on that, we get this idea. So again, the same idea, if two genes are placed closely, the chance or the probability of them to be transferred together is high. Now we'll see the third type. Problem এখান থেকে আসে co-transformation frequency থেকেও problem থাকবে, we will solve that. The third type is general and specialized transduction. So basically transduction process, the third type of horizontal gene transfer. Now the transformation process, the transduction process, as I mentioned earlier, this is also indirect, but it involves virus, it involves vector, okay, and the virus is acting as a vector here. So there are two types, generalized transduction and specialized transduction. Okay. So generalized transduction is a process where you see, as I mentioned earlier, that the process of transduction as a mode of bacteria's own gene delivery is not by choice. It's due to infection of bacteria by a virus, and that's a blessing in disguise if the virus fails in the DNA packaging of bacteria. Why I said so? Let's first talk about the generalized transduction. What happens in normal viral infection? This is phage. Phage is DNA in blue color. Phage DNA can be transferred into the bacterial cell. Then what phage can do is that it will degrade the bacterial own chromosome. And phage will hijack the machinery, and what they will package. Phage will make more of its own DNA fragments, and then the phage will package their own DNA fragment into the phage head. Phage particle start to produce. During this packaging, this is the normal phage, normal phage, normal phage. During this packaging, as you can see in the host cell, the bacterial cell, the fragment of phage DNA is present, fragment of bacterial DNA is also present. Sometimes during this packaging, some of the phage may receive a copy of bacterial DNA instead of phage DNA, which is denoted with a dark gray color here compared to the blue color. So what will happen? Now rest of this will become normal phage. It will infect other bacteria. But this phage with the host DNA in it can now infect another bacteria. Now this time, let's say in this case, this is bacterial DNA and it has A plus B plus in the bacterial chromosome. And while fragmented A plus B plus was present, A plus was packaged by the phage, and that A plus is donated to a recipient cell who were originally A minus. So recipient was A minus, B minus. Now the phage transferred the DNA, and the DNA contains A plus. So now the recipient will become A plus, B minus. So what will happen? The recipient receives A plus. So this is a similar process, right? A donor A plus is transferred to the recipient A minus, becoming A plus. But this process is not a direct conjugation process, nor it is a death-associated transformation process. This is a process involving bacteriophage as a vector. Okay? This is known as generalized transduction. The general process of transduction, this is only possible due to the false packaging. Okay? Second situation is specialized transduction. What is specialized transduction? Again, bacterial DNA, prophage DNA. What is prophage DNA? Let's imagine one thing. When you talk about the different types of gene transfer, transduction particularly, it has bacteria and it has virus, that is phage virus, both in it. right? Now, in this process of bacterial and viral gene transfer or gene delivery, we are involving two different processes. One is the lytic cycle of virus or phage, lambda phage, and lysogenic cycle. So, what are the two things? Lytic cycle is when the process like phage enters its own DNA, make more copies of its genetic element, then destroy the bacterial DNA, package itself, crack the bacterial cell open, lyse the cell open, and new phage particles comes out. It kills the host. While lysogenic cycle is when the bacteria, when the phage donates its DNA, and the phage DNA will be recombined to the bacterial chromosome. Once the phage DNA recombined to the bacterial DNA is known as prophage DNA. Again, the recombinant type where the bacterial DNA and phage DNA both are recombined. We call it prophage DNA. So once prophage DNA is formed, means that is a part of lysogenic cycle. The lysogenic cycle we have prophage DNA prepared, and this prophage DNA was present there, and after some time, once the environment is favorable for the virus particles to come out, then the prophage turn, the lysogenic cycle turn into lytic cycle, known as lysogenic to lytic cycle switch. And after the switch is done, again packaging of the viral particles will be done. Viral particle will be prepared, lysing the cell, the viral particles will come out. So lysogenic cycle takes some more time than the lytic cycle. It takes more time to be completed. So here, let's imagine now we are looking at specialized transduction, and in specialized transduction, it utilizes the lysogenic cycle of bacteriophage lambda. So in lysogenic cycle, again first prophage DNA is created, and as I told you again, A plus and B plus both are bacterial DNA, remember, that is present, and the prophage is prepared between that, and then they start viral particle packaging. During the packaging, lysogenic to lytic switch, the viral DNA need to be cut out from the bacterial DNA. Now, during this separation of viral DNA from the bacterial DNA, there is an error. Errors means some portion of the bacterial DNA remain in the viral DNA circle, some portion of viral DNA remain in the bacterial DNA. Okay. So the issue is here, A plus was originally present as a part of bacterial DNA. Now during this reversal, A plus now become a part of the viral DNA. Right? So now when they will package the viral DNA, that A plus will be packaged in one of the phage particles. Okay, rest of them will be normal packaging, but at least one or two get this A plus. And now this particular phage, when infects another healthy bacteria, it will transfer the whole phage DNA with only a part that is captured from the bacteria, which is A plus in this case. So once that is done, the recipient was A minus, B minus. Now A plus will be recombined. So the recipient will get A plus. Okay. So the recipient will become A plus, B minus in this case. So again, in both the cases, the donor was A plus, B plus, recipient was A minus, B minus. At the end of the process, the recipient become A plus, B minus, but the process is little different. In case of generalized transduction, the process is during the formation of packaging, fragments, a whole phage fragment or whole bacterial fragment can be packaged. But in case of specialized transduction, mostly phage particles will be packaged, only a section of bacterial DNA will be packaged. Okay, that's the difference between generalized transduction and specialized transduction. And generalized transduction utilizes the lytic cycle, specialized transduction utilizes lysogenic cycle of bacteriophage lambda.